Uh, hold on, guys. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Stocks go up. Stocks go down. I'm on 5 minutes early here today, so we're going to give everybody about 5 minutes. We are going to be having one of the guys from Trade Stations with us today, so just trying to set him up. So give me a few minutes, okay? Okay. Guys, we'll be back with you in a few minutes, okay? Nikesh Arora is on CNBC right now, the PNW CEO. He's talking big stuff here. Hold on. David Russell. Okay, we made David. David, I've made you presenter. You're gonna have to unmute yourself. Okay, so you will be in mute. You don't have to show your screen, but if you can unmute yourself and say something, we'll make sure it's working. It does show you as unmuted now.
Hello, Sam.
Hey, how are you? How are you? Can you hear me?
Hello, Sam. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah, Michael says he can hear everybody, you and me. So we can hear you, David. David, can you hear me or no? Let's go do this. Let's go make him. You're connected to audio. David, can you hear me or no? Okay, we take David away and let's go put him back here. I do not see him now. Well, that's no good. Let's see if he comes back. Do not hear David. Do not see David. David, you have to log back in again. I don't have you on here. Guys, give us a minute. Oh, there he is. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to unmute you. How's that? It shows you as self-muted. All you have to do is unmute yourself. Right-click and unmute yourself. Okay? I want to make you a panelist. Maybe that'll work. Okay, I made you a panelist. And it shows you as self-muted. So just unmute yourself and you can start talking. Okay, sent you on your mute request.
Hey, it's David. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you. Are you there?
I'm on the phone.
Okay, we're good. Guys, can you loud
Hey,
and
Sam.
clear? Okay. Good morning. Okay, guys, let's get started here. So good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. We have David Russell. He's from TradeStation. He's like their guru on trading and stuff. He kind of does what Sam does. He does it with TradeStation. He utilizes different methods, obviously, than me. But we're going to be getting some people on here. I know Dan Ives is going to be on here probably sometime this week also, guys. Okay? So with that, David, we're going to give David a few minutes to talk about what he liked this week and what he liked this morning and what he sees happening in the market. And then I'll give you some of my comments, and then we'll get back to the normal call. Okay? Go ahead, David.
Well, great. Well, great to be with everyone. So I thought this was kind of interesting. Before I get to individual stocks, I did see an article from this gentleman, Nick Timmeros, in the Wall Street Journal, saying that the Federal Reserve might get a little bit more dovish than people expect, a little sooner than people expect, in terms of eliminating quantitative quantitative tightening and moving back toward a little more QE. So that was kind of interesting. Wanted to mention really quickly. But overall, in terms of individual stocks I'm looking at, it's interesting you're going to have Dan Ives on. I know he's a Tesla bull, but for me, I think we're now in a spot here where we're seeing a pretty significant, sort of bearish situation forming in Tesla. And from my perspective, right now, a move down to 200 in this name looks pretty. The odds have a decent shot of it right now, that low from late October. Another name I'm looking at that really caught my eye today. So what I'm doing is I'm using the TradeStation platform to find stocks that trade a lot of options. Everything I'm talking about here today is going to be trading, at least 30 or 40,000 options up. I mean, Tesla trades 2 million a day, but SE, now this is a stock most people probably haven't looked at in a long time, but this was an old Cathie Wood stock back during the sort of COVID growth phase. This name is now facing a significant potential for a breakdown, in my perspective, around 35. If you look at it, it's a level going back to March of 2020. It's been just sitting and hugging, the pattern is pretty bearish on the chart when you look at it. So I wanted to emphasize SE. For a breakthrough that low that it had back in around the 20th of December. That one could extend because it's really consolidated. Ford Motor, in my perspective, everything we're seeing now with these auto stocks, they really hung their hat on this electric vehicle business model. They put billions of dollars into it, and a lot of that now, as we see, is going the other way. Ford Motor, look at it, it's a little bit expensive to the downside. As I look at this, I'm trying to figure out exactly what the confirmation should be. It might have a day or two of consolidation here, but from my perspective, there's a decent amount of space back down to 10 on Ford Motor. Now another one is Warner Brothers Discovery. That's a little bit like Tesla. It's a little bit chopping in terms of trying to hold around this area, but also, in my perspective, down to a 9.5 on this one in the next, week, 2 to 3 weeks is the potential. And another one I think is interesting is Walgreens Boots, because this is a stock that had some real long-term trouble with business. It tried to rally, kind of a dead cat bounce back in December, and now it's breaking lower again after a poor earnings report. And, a name like this revisiting towards 20 seems to me like an interesting, kind of potential. To the upside, I think the name that people don't watch, or sometimes when it works can be interesting, is Coca-Cola, KO. It's had this tight kind of consolidation around 60. And, I think people might be looking to move back up to 63 with earnings in the middle of February. They had the last earnings report was good. And this is just in a kind of long-term range, between like 52 and about 64. And it looks like it still has some potential back up to the top of that range. And another one is TCJ. Now, this is not as liquid of a name. Well, it's them 50,000 contracts a day. It's I think it's one we have to watch. It's extended after this rally last week, but uranium is becoming a kind of new sort of focus area, and there's really one name only that people really can trade a lot of options on in it. So I did want to mention that kind of potential. CCJ, Kamiko, there's a story that came out last week about a shortage of uranium coming from this Kazakhstan company, kind of a niche spot, but sometimes in a niche area come together. That is where people can really focus. So those are the names that are grabbing my attention today, Sam.
Thanks, David. Hey, couple quick questions here. So, guys, David is with TradeStation. We've got a little deal with TradeStation to get you guys all cheaper commissions if you wanted to use them. So, there's a banner up in the chat room. You can just click on that. It tells you what they're offering customers of ours, okay? So if you want to create an account there. Another thing, David, so I don't believe in swing trading. We don't consider anything swing trading. We don't consider ourselves day traders. We are just traders. If we buy something and we have to hold it a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, that's great. If it goes up today and we make $5 on it and we sell it, we sell it. That's what it is. We're not buying something for tomorrow or the next day or the next day. So when you give us these stocks, are you looking over the next day or next week? Or are you more like us, is we think it's going to start moving from today, so you could play this week's or next week's, or what's your thought on that?
Most of these, I'd say, I see potential for in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'd say in the next 2 weeks, really. The only one I would just say aside from that is Kamiko, CCJ. It's extended, but I just feel like right now there's something happening in this uranium space, and it has the potential to have a kind of chase in it. Right now, I don't see that one to me as extended in one way, but all the other ones look to me like they're kind of trying to fill a space. It's not so much. It's looking in many ways that these are names that have space in their ranges. I'm looking for them to fill back up into the range that they've had in the last 6 to 8 months.
Perfect. Thank you.
Or fill down the range. The only big breakdown I see potentially is SE. That one is potentially a significant breakdown. And I think if it breaks under that level from March of 2020, that's when there could be some extension to the downside, because that's moved sideways for about 6 to 8 months.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, guys, let's get started with the regular call. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Okay.
Thanks, Jim.
So what do we have today, guys? Here's what we got today. I actually agree with him on Tesla. Elon is saying that he may not bring all his products to Tesla. He may bring it to other companies. So numbers on Tesla, 209, 201. If it breaks 201, you got 191. It can really, really dive. If Tesla's company, their board says, Elon, we're not going to give you this 25% plus, this thing can drop 20 in a day, guys. So just know that. Other news events, NVIDIA is running. It looks like it wants to pop 552, can take it way, way higher. Goldman Sachs earnings, not bad. It's up 388 is a big number. SMCI, there's a 357B, strike that down. If it gets to 357, 382 will go $30. $30. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so that's the news flow today. Cowboys, short them. Short the Cowboys. That's what we know. Other things, techs are hitting highs. SPX going lower. Remember, this is expiration week. That means every expiration week you get one down day. You get a down day, and it's usually pretty good. So is that today, tomorrow? Don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. TNX is up today. That means rates are higher, so they're up. The dollar is higher, so both of those two things are negative for today. Okay? Boeing, complete shit. We told you this. We told you this. All these people are, oh, this is minor. Nothing is minor. It's a plane, guys. The stock is shit. The CEO is shit. He's been shit for years and years. He's going to come on either the next day or two and he said, oh, we'll get over this in a day or two. It's not going to happen. It doesn't happen. Okay? Netflix, two things to keep an eye on Netflix. It hit 500 4 times now and they can't get through. Can't get through. Okay? Now, when news comes on their earnings, they're getting more customers, but are these customers leaving the $15.99 and moving to the $9? You have to understand that. So that's what we know. Coin garbage too. They're not making any more money off of this. MicroStrategy going lower. So wait. Okay. So that's what we know from the news flow. Let's get started here. SPX up. Very straightforward. 4,800, 4,819, 4,826. Underneath 4,752. 4,730, and there's a big number at 4,700. Avago started to move. We caught those nicely, a little bit better on that. 1122, 1151. NVIDIA 552, 572. People keep putting up charts. Charts don't work, guys. I keep telling you. The news, you can't have a chart. If you want to use a chart, okay. I don't have a problem with that. But then you got to watch the news. Tesla comes out and everybody says, oh my God, Tesla chart, is this the best chart I've seen in 5 years? It's down $50 because every news item is negative, okay? NVIDIA 552, everybody's like, oh my God, it's overbought. Sam's like, it should be 700. Really? I mean, at 700, it's like a 45 PE. I mean, it's at 25 PE. Why is this thing overbought? Adobe. 603 escalates Adobe to 622. Lam Research 772, 781. Lilly 652, 671. Meta a little bit better, 376. JP Morgan down 2 while Goldman Sachs is up. It was at 73 on earnings day. So interesting, right? JP Morgan lower. AMD trying to get through this 152. 152 can scream it. MicroStrategy needs over 500 to be even better at all. Coin under 119 is death. Netflix 500, 503 accelerator. Goldman Sachs 288. Boeing 209, 201. Caterpillar 292, 300. Caterpillar very rate sensitive. So if rates go up a little bit, this thing will come down. SMCI, I got these 375s on the screen. This thing's going to 5x itself if it takes out this 356. Okay? Microsoft moving. We're loaded in these Microsoft 390, 250s. Could easily see 400. So the thing on Microsoft, I don't understand this. I have to go look at it. I got Letitia looking at it. So you can get Chat GPT, and it costs you $20. If you load Microsoft Windows on your computer, you got a chat program on there. I think it's Chat AI, the Chat GPT. Don't know. Then you got Microsoft selling Copilot for $30 for Office. Then you got Microsoft just saying they're going to sell customers Copilot. So what the hell is this Copilot? I mean, I don't even know what it is. It's a Copilot for Windows, Copilot for everything. And if you do that, if you buy it from Microsoft, why are you going to buy it from why are you going to buy Chat GPT? If you buy from Microsoft for $30 for the Office, you still have to buy the other $20 one. All I see is gouging, guys. Okay? But doesn't matter if they're gouging. You buy Microsoft, take it up, sell it, and be happy. NOW 736, huge number. Tesla 209. That's what we know. That's what we know. Hold on, let me go to comments, questions. That's what we know. Rebecca said TradeStation is great. Oscar says Copilot is an app you can download on your phone and have it on your computer or browser. I sent you this week. Got it. That's what we know, guys. Thanks, everyone. See you in chat.